Hi lovelies, welcome back to UG Update. So guys, on this video we're going to be talking about the Faltu series, and we're talking about an upcoming episode which is going to be happening in the Faltu series. Is Faltu actually going to be forgiving Ayaan? Guys, we'll find out in this episode. But before I dive into the video, lovelies, please don't forget that this is still UG Updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, lovelies, to give this video a thumbs up. Alright lovelies, let's dive straight into the video. So guys, the episode starts with Faltu saying, "You promised me before also, you doubt me, you took the reverse rounds before hosting me. You broke my heart." Ayaan says no. Then Faltu says, "We got divorced, I won't tolerate if any stranger touches me." So he says, "Don't say this." Then she says, "I have learned to live without you. We aren't meant for each other. We fought the world for our love and lost to each other. You have no place in my life now." Then he says, "I will die." Then he asks Jonathan to explain to her. She says, "I said you sorry when you crushed my dreams. I told sorry when I wasn't at fault. I told you Ruhan spiked my drink. You have no value for my sorry. I have no interest in your sorry also. Go and stay happy. You should be happy to get rid of me." She asks Dadaji to ask Ayaan to leave. Then Dadaji says, "It's fate that you both met here. You should give him a chance." She asks why. "I begged him, but he made me out of the house. He came here just because Ruhan told the truth." Then she scolds Ayaan. Ayaan says, "You can beat me and insult me, but come with me." He holds her hand, and then Nell stops Ayaan and says, "You won't force her. You should respect her decision. Not all the girls are the same. I want to respect her decision. If she decided she won't go, then she won't go." Tanu worries and says Faltu can forgive Ayaan and come back. Then Sid comes and asks her to value their relation and then scolds her. She cries and says, "I worry for Ayaan and this family. No, he can never stay happy with Faltu." So he says, "Sorry, I'm also worried for Ayaan. I meant we aren't able to focus on our lives." And then he hugs her. Then she thinks Faltu can't come back here. On another scene, Ayaan says to Nell, "Don't take revenge, we will sort it out. Don't involve my wife." Then Nell says, "What wife? You got divorced." Then Ayaan says, "Divorce didn't happen. I had turned the divorce papers." So Nell says, "You change your mind so soon. Respect Faltu's decision. I won't let you take her without her wish." So he asks Jonathan to take Ayaan, and then he says no one has a right to force Faltu. Ayaan asks Faltu to say something, then Faltu asks them to leave. She says, "Nell and Dadaji gave me a roof to stay. You leave." She apologizes to Jonathan. Back to Tanu's scene, Tanu asks, "Are you sure?" Then Faltu is at Nell's house. So the inspector says yes, he saved her from the goons that day. She thanks him. Then back to Ayaan's scene, Ayaan says, "You have no relation with me, right?" Then Faltu says no. He says, "You won't care, right, if I get hurt?" Then he hits a vest on his head. Jonathan and Faltu shout, and then he picks a knife and says, "You don't care for my life, right? I will go from this world." Then Faltu stops him, and then Ayaan says, "You love me, so you can't see me in pain." On another sense, Sid asks Daddy, "Did you see Tanu?" Then Daddy says she went with Savita to meet Faltu. Savita was insisting, so Tanu took her, and then he gets angry. Back to Tanu's scene, Savita and Tanu come to meet Faltu, and then Savita sees Ayaan and asks, "What did you do?" Then Faltu does the aid to Ayaan, and then Savita stops Faltu and sits to do it. Tanu says, "You are Nell. You and Faltu met in Nasik. Why did you run from the police?" Then Nell says, "I met Faltu that day." Then Faltu says, "I'm not related to you now." Tanu then says, "I think you both have become good friends." Then Savita says, "Faltu, answer me. Since when did you know Nell?" Then Dadaji asks, "What are you saying?" Then Ayaan says, "You don't need to answer." He scolds Tanu. Faltu asks, "How long will you stop them? This is my place in your family. I won't stay there. No one believes me there." Then Jonathan says, "She is right. We have always questioned her. Her patience is over." Then Ayaan says, "I will get your forgiveness. I promise. I will make everything fine." On another scene, Sid and Tanu argue, then Daddy asks them to stop it. Tanu then says Faltu insulted Ayaan a lot. Then Savita says yes, she asked us to leave like it's her house, and they were supporting her like she is their bahu. Then Ayaan shouts, "Enough, ma. If you say a word against Faltu, then think I'm dead." He says, "I just want my Faltu back." Then Sid says, I'm with you. Tell me what I will help you in order to get her back. And then Ayaan says, I will bring her back in the next 7 days. I will apologize to her and fulfill her dreams. Guys, this is what is going down in the Faltu series on this episode. You can see that actually Ayaan is trying to get Faltu back, but yet Faltu is refusing. Guys, what do you think about the episode? Do you think Faltu should have just accepted Ayaan? Drop what you think, lovelies, on the comment section. And as you do that, lovelies, don't forget that this is the YouTube updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, guys, to give this video a thumbs up. Alright, lovelies, that will be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on my next video.